Wins?
I'm here.
That's a win. Uh,
um, and yeah, I've got the good thing is it's finally sorted about the Palawa certification with um, the, the Palawa founder, and so I've been on the phone with IICT yesterday, and we're going to end up with two certificates now for the one certification, but it'll be the Palawa certificate, and it'll also be my practitioner professional development case studies other thing. So that was hanging around for a while, and it was taking a while to get resolved. Um, but finally,
uh,
finally, I've got the all okay from her. So I feel now, I mean, finally in integrity to fully promote it.
good.
Nice.
Um, so that was a thing, yeah, yeah. And the other thing is, I've released a lot of people pleasing patterns in the last few days, which
Nice.
um, yeah, which is really good. So yeah, I'm ready to. I've got less than a month to promote the rest of the Palawa course on the 28th of February, and I'm ready for some miracles to happen because everything had to kind of line up for me to get in the space as well.
Good. I'm open
Yeah.
for
So there's been a
miracles.
lot of alignments on many levels of my body, health alignments and body alignments and mind, heart, and everything, and a lot of letting go of old patterns of people pleasing and um, all that stuff. So yeah, it's a new beginning, new year, and we're here.
Yes.
There you
Awesome.
go.
So now we're ready to catch up.
Oh, there's no catching up. It is all exactly where you're supposed to be.
I know. I know. Yeah, yeah, it's trusting the process.
Indeed,
Yeah.
for sure. So now that you have all of that going, and I know you've really been in your feminine and just kind of being more ease and letting all of these things go, what do you see is available through all the clearing?
What do you mean by what do you see is available? Like I had thought um that uh that I might end up by it might be a calling for me to work more with women to connect to their divine feminine. Um, but in that case, I would need to share. I feel like I may have to share my story about that, and makes me feel a bit vulnerable, especially on the public level. So I'm
We
not
had
quite
a
there yet. I'm not
conversation
quite there yet.
about
What?
that. I said, I believe
Sorry?
we had a conversation about that. I don't know, maybe like it's the first time we ever talked to each other.
Yeah, yeah. No, but this one would be um, me being like it would be challenging. Well, it's not challenging. It's just that uh, it could mean other effects coming back from medical type people and all that stuff, and so I'm a bit scared.
But I'm
Yeah.
gonna be with my clients and then we'll cook dinner after, okay? Apologies.
Yeah.
Here,
So no problem. You look lovely.
why don't I go handle her and then you guys can be work together?
You look
Um
well, Chad. By the way, you look
oh,
well. You both look really well.
thank
I
you.
mean, you know what I mean. Look, both of you look well.
Haircut
You look
and
really
stuff.
relaxed. What?
Like haircut and stuff.
No, no, it's energy.
Hmm. Thank you.
Both your energy are glowing. You know, you look both looking really radiant,
Awesome.
doing something right.
There you go.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Okay, that's
Thank you.
good. That's
I'll
good.
be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
So,
Mm. So you know, I'm still keen on the academy. I just, I just would love, I just, there's a thing I'm really feeling like doing at the moment. I really don't feel like marketing that much, but what I do feel like doing is perhaps some meditations, creating some meditations. Um, and I just want to take people there. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't know how to explain it. I just would just perhaps rather just, go into nature and just record some meditations. Like,
Why don't you
yeah, and I haven't done that yet. But that's
go
what
do
I
it?
feel, and I'm not even sure what it would be, but I just feel like I just don't want to be talking about stuff all the time anymore. It's too cerebral, like so. So it feels like that. It feels like I just want to be in a place of so much ease that I can really trust this process, this kind of unfolding. Um, I don't quite know how to do that really. I mean, I don't know how to do that on a business level. This is new territory. Um,
Well, so something that you're giving your clients is that same ease, correct?
yeah,
So you get to model that. There isn't necessarily like it has to be and look this way, and you're going to create your SOP, and like every day you're going to go do that thing and have everything right into a structure and a framework. Like that is not what you bring to people. What you bring to
yeah,
people is ease
yeah,
and that life for them and this calm nervous system. So what
yeah.
there is if you're feeling like, I just feel like I want to go out in nature and record a meditation, that's what there is to do.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because it's like, well, I thank you for sending me those videos. I just haven't had a chance to look. I haven't been in that headspace. Um,
Yeah.
but and I was clearing some relationship stuff that was coming up and all that, and I just had to process on those emotions. But with my human design, all of my arrows are going the left side, or the non-Pacific manifesting, all of them, all four of them. There's not one Pacific. So that's probably why I've been so creative and flexible, but how I'm not manifesting like other people. You know what I mean? It's because it's all the other way. And so I feel like that could be something I could really contribute because perhaps, more people have got the other. And so this would be, it's more the divine feminine way of manifesting in a way, even though I don't know how to explain it, you know?
I think that's where you get caught up is you have to explain it.
Yeah.
And it has to be like
Okay.
the right words and what you're supposed to be saying. But ultimately, like when you're building a brand online, it's like, how do the people that want to work with you, how do they want to feel?
Yeah.
And then that is portrayed in, like, that's the brand. It's like if you
Okay.
want
Yeah.
ease in nature while you're doing a meditation, like take a little, like there's so many times where I'm not in front of, like I'll just put the camera over here and just press record and not even pay attention to it. And then I can go back and kind of find the screenshot that is flattering for me, and that
Yeah.
would be a good picture, and I screenshot that from the video,
Yeah.
and that's what I use as a shot.
Okay. Good.
If you're like in if you're thinking like your brand is being connected, grounded in your feminine, ease, nature, flow, like you can capture that creatively through the pictures. And then your words are not like the framework of how to this without this or any kind of
Yeah.
framework at all. Lately, I haven't felt the cerebral need to over explain what I do. And so I went out to nature, I recorded a meditation, I became one, like, and then you just kind of share with more your heart than the cerebral of
Yeah.
what everything is.
Well,
And if
that
you're ready for
feels
the
that. Yeah. It's just I can't explain it, but that feels so much more joyful for me, and
That's how
definitely
it
so
needs
much
to
more
be.
easier.
When we say
What's that?
alignment, it doesn't have to be like it's not gonna make sense for everyone else because it's you.
Yeah,
And I think that's been the biggest thing is like it has to look or be this certain way in this framework and like marketing, and that's what's tripping y'all up because it,
yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, yeah, because what I realized about going on these few dates with this guy, and like, you know, end up by having another one out of the blue yesterday. Uh, it was kind of like a completion date, I suppose, of a cycle, because there'd been a few glitches, a few challenges that had become up. And I didn't want to go, but I went because I thought, no, you need to complete whatever you're learning here, right? About people pleasing and everything. So I went anyway, and we had the best time ever. And I
good.
realized that I I went into that deep place in my nervous system of trust and ease, even though his nervous system was quite fried. So it was like, that's my gift. I just as I'm talking, thank you for hearing me. I actually realized that that was my gift. Was I, in a way, this has been always my. It's like my heart. It's where my heart wants to go all the time. So I made a decision. I was not going to lose myself, my true self, in hanging out with him. And as we were talking, he was just saying that he thinks his nervous system's a bit stressed because he wasn't relaxing at the beach and things like this. He wasn't coming down. And I realized that that was what I was picking up. But I'd made the decision, if I was going to see him again, that I was going to stay in my center and I did not need his approval regardless. And I had the most beautiful time together. And I just thought, wow, if I could do this with perhaps I can do this with other people, hold that space. And it was
Yeah.
just, it's a hard thing to explain, but it just, it was, I could see the transformation by the end of the evening. After 6 hours, he was yawning and sighing, and all this release was happening. But it was authentic conversation, both sides. You know what I mean? But it was like, wow. So yeah, perhaps that's the kind of thing I'm doing in my coaching or whatever. I don't know, but it's just thank you for hearing me on this. But it felt it's like that's more you, even like all I was doing was having dinner with them, go for a walk with them. I wasn't actually working. I was
Yeah.
just staying inside.
Yeah. But that's the space that you get to hold for everyone, not just like so if you take a look at that, how do you hold that space of grounded and centeredness in your business with your
Yeah,
clients? Like you are the one for people who are looking for more ease and to manifest in a more divine way. And that Alpha Femme group that I sent you, there are a lot I hear see recommendations like there's a lot of women that that's what they want. They don't
yeah,
they're tired of being in their masculine and they're tired of having to force things and all of that.
yeah.
And so
So
the way to attract them is to be that. And that means your brand, you're soft, you're gentle, your nature, your grounding, your flow, like the water, like
mm,
all those things, like that is portrayed in your brand. And when people see that, oh, I want that.
yeah,
And so you have to
yeah,
absolutely stay centered and honored in that in your marketing because that's how and I would let go that it has to be a certain way because
yeah,
it's truth. And I really, really believe that, especially in this next year and AI, and I hope my daughter is not too loud over here, but as things are evolving, it's like authenticity, people are going to feel that even more and they're going to crave
mm,
it even more.
yeah. Because I realized that that's what him and me were getting off on. We, we, we both, you know, had some challenges, but then now we were wanted to be as authentic as possible. And I just felt like when two souls come together and they want to go to that next level of authenticity, there's something beautiful that happens in the whole nervous system and being. And then I started learning about the four different brains and how that all works, and it made so much sense in terms of what we do with qigong. Like I just started to, like be able to actually even cerebrally understand it. But I knew it in my body, but I didn't quite know it on the other level. And yeah, thank you. I just feel such a. Is this being recorded? This?
I don't know. Chad, are you recording this? Man, I wish I was.
If he's not, I hope he's not. I hope he's not, because
Okay.
then I can share what I really want to share. But if he is, but I'll
We don't have to put the recording up. We can. I'm totally okay with
what?
it. I
Are
said,
you okay with that?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
absolutely.
Okay,
Let's
well,
do
if
that.
you're okay with that, I would like to share something private about what I've just cleared.
Here, let's. I can't stop recording from my side, but
Oh, okay. Is it
I'll
is
just
it
put
is
it.
it
I'll just
is
tell.
it being?
It is being
Oh, it
recorded.
is being recorded. No, see, it is at the top. Yeah, okay. No, it's being recorded. See at the top.
Yeah, but we
REC.
can always tell like, hey, the recording of this week's call will not be posted due to personal things or private things that aren't. I've done it before, and I get to say if people want the recording, then they should just be here.
Okay.
Lovingly.
Okay. Okay. I'm just wondering if this is the right time to say it. Okay,
It's
I
the lid.
will. It's just if you and Chad can be of integrity and promise me you don't put this up. It's just for
Yeah.
you and me,
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened was on the 6th of December, all of a sudden, out of the blue, I'd been very stressed trying to do my business, and and then out of the blue, I discovered a lump on my breast. That was the health issue.
Okay.
I went to the doctor and they said I had breast cancer.
Oh. Okay.
Right? So, and then they were telling me about operations, and it scared the shit out of me, because everybody
Yeah.
I talked to had to hold multiple, and it had reoccurred, and then they had to take the lymph nodes out, and this is a woman. You're talking to a woman that's never even had an aspirin.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking to a woman that has never but always imagined she was going to be perfect for the rest of her life, right? And it affected my confidence as a health practitioner.
I'm sure.
Affected everything.
I'm
Okay.
sure.
But what I got intuitively and energetically, it was because I've been denying for the last few years my longing to be with a partner, and been putting business and money first, because I believed that if I really focused on getting my own home, getting a job, getting my business off the ground, that a man would love me. That's the bottom line. And that was what I was forced. Okay. It was a wake up call, absolute wake up call.
Yeah.
But as soon as I heard that news, I thought, and then I found out all the medical, because then my doctor prescribed me immediately to the whole cancer site. Then it was like you were suddenly shoved in this system, and I'd never been in it. And it was like, okay, perhaps I'm meant to be in it so I can understand what my clients go through. Okay. It's pretty scary at 62, suddenly going through that. My mum had died of cancer at 74.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I'd been dating, and I'd had this phone call with this guy on the phone, and it was pretty magical. And we had a date on Friday. I heard the diagnosis on Thursday. We had the date on Friday night. Okay, so this is why this has come up, right? This is just really like a wake-up call.
Yeah. I hear that.
I decided to go on that date. I thought, you are going. This is all part of your divine feminine. I don't care what you believe about yourself. If you're not feeling beautiful, too bad, you're going. And I went into the energy of beauty. Like, I'm totally beautiful and healthy. And he could not, it was the most divine date. He could not stop raving about how beautiful I looked.
No.
Like it was like the creator was saying, you're beautiful, you own it, own your beauty. And it was a magical night. And I just went fully there in the moment at ease, because I knew I had manifested that. And I knew it was me to a wake up call for me to shift out of denying my heart's truth, which is I wanted to be with a partner. But I thought I had to be successful to do it. And that was my drive. And my mother didn't have the relationship which she wanted with Dad, so she buried herself in business and then ended up dying of terminal cancer. Okay, so it was like the whole story. Okay, but I made a decision I was going to heal it, and it's 95% gone now, naturally.
Of course it is. I'm like, that's why I'm like, I'm like, I know her and I know her power and I know who she is. And I know there's something on the other side of this because I am not going to accept that that's it. I freaking love you. Girl,
It's
1 month?
95% gone naturally. And I have, and every time the hospital rings, I say, I've just had to make it, had to make it an excuse. Oh, sorry, I've got COVID. I can't go for that appointment. And they've been hounding me and hounding me and hounding me. We need to get you another appointment with the radiologist. We need to get another appointment with the surgeon. But everything they were saying was, we're going to have to cut that out and that out. We're not sure where it is. And we're going to have to do all this. Now, and that is what I've been working on. And that is why I haven't been online. And during that time, I continued to date this guy for 5 dates, and we had all these amazing conversations. And so we've done them in 5 weeks, 5 dates, about 5 dates from the 6th of January right through to about now. And like, we've done 3 months of transformation in relationships. Like, I had to understand the divine feminine and the masculine, because my mum was over masculine and so was my grandmother, and they all had to survive. They were the strong ones in the family. And it was like, okay, if you want me to, you are telling me to wake up and you are telling me that this is possible. And like, but I'm scared shitless because there's so much pressure. When you're in that diagnosis, there's so much pressure from them to get that operation. They hound you.
Yeah.
I don't know how many phone calls I've had. They
I
hound you.
yeah, my mom has breast cancer and it's moved into her.
Okay.
So
And I did not want to repeat that pattern,
yeah.
because that's what many of them have. They have, and then they have one left out, they want that cut out, then they have that out, and then that, and then they've got to be on medication for all the other side effects. But they haven't fixed the cure. They haven't cleared the cure, cleared the cause. I wasn't prepared to do that. I do not want to be in the system for the next 20, 30 years, being thought of as sick. And I tried not to tell anybody because I didn't want their story.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been through. That and dating still, and then I had to tell them on the second date, didn't I? And so all of this, it's like, oh God. So here I am now.
Here you are. So it is imperative.
And the lump has completely gone. The whole lump is completely gone. It's just now healing. The toxins are just coming out. It's just now healing. Been on a really strict diet, done everything right. My acupuncture I've been seeing for 20 years. Everything and lots of paleo attunements and all the other stuff, the energetics. But that is what I've been focusing on.
As you should. As you should.
Yeah. So now I'm coming out of it, and it's finally feeling like I might feel like doing something. And I've had to trust. I've hardly made any money in the last few months. The bills have been piling up. Thought, no, stuff it. None of it means anything. Right now, I don't care how much it costs. You are getting the best that you need, the best vitamins, the best food, the best everything. You're doing that. And I had to be strong with him, even on the dates. I'm on a special diet. This is where I'm going. Like, it took so much. Because he's a little bit Western, like got a background as a psychologist. He's a little bit Western in his thinking about that stuff, but he believes in Dr. Joe Dispenza. So, whatever, like, I just thought, whatever. So here I am at the next stage of transformation, coming out of a metamorphosis as a caterpillar to a butterfly.
For real.
So this is divine timing, the fact that no one else was on this call as well. Because I've been wanting to share this, because I just felt this may be part of my story, but I am shit scared of sharing anything, because if you start talking about cancer or anything, like everybody, I was like, oh, like they attract so much, and I don't want to. And
So
especially because I'm part of AFRA, the Acupuncture Association. They've got this whole thing of testimonials, and you can't promise anything. There's a whole pressure in the whole system. AFRA is ruled by, I think, the pharmaceuticals and all that. Like, does that make sense? And I'm
yeah.
not saying go against Western medicine. I'm saying use the best of both. If you need to have the operation, that's best for your highest good. But if you have the emotional, mental strength, we can do other alternatives. So if you have to do both, fine. You have to go where your nervous system is at. Thank God my nervous system is strong enough to do this.
Yeah. So what I would say is, because you're like, it's like, I see you sitting I see you next to a creek with a journal, and you're writing a lot down, either writing or typing or like you're getting all of this out on paper. But and let me know if you resonate with this. I'm just telling you, like, kind of how what I'm saying and how I'm feeling is that it's not time yet, but it is time to like start documenting and the feeling and like the what's happening and all of this. So when it is time, you have it.
Yeah, I have started documenting.
Yeah.
Like, I did get a book, but I haven't actually started filling back in the last 4 weeks, just more about the dating stuff, how I was processing all of those emotions. And yeah, so does that make sense? So now that that's happened, that has changed my life, especially how I think about what I do.
For sure.
I
For sure.
can't go back to the old Andrea.
No. No, you can't. I agree. So even more important, when you're feeling like, I just do a meditation. Girl, go do a meditation.
Yeah.
And
So,
when you're ready to talk about it, you'll feel it. And then you can
well,
talk
I have
about
to, if I have to talk, if I'm going to talk about it, I have to be done in a very careful way to protect my health reputation as a practitioner, because I'm still part of AFRA, and they've got this whole thing. But I don't know how that would be. And then people are going to go, how did you do it? No, no, no. It's mostly mindset. Obviously, physical food and stuff helps, but it's mostly mindset. Just like, I don't care what you say, this is what I'm having, and that's not my true self, you
Yeah.
know.
That's
But
why
you
when
get
you
put
told
to the
me, like, that's
test.
why I didn't respond, because I'm like, okay, but there's the end of there's the story here, and I see you and I know who you are, that I like.
Are you
I
shocked by what I've just shared?
I'm sorry, what?
Shocked. Are you shocked about what I just shared about that, about
No,
the
honestly,
diagnosis?
I'm not. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. I see you as a powerful woman who understands the body and understands the mind and the nervous system and how everything works and what you're capable of. That's how I see you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we are.
Honestly,
That's
when you
where,
told me that, I was like, okay. And I'm going to wait for when she said that she cleared it.
and I'm thinking perhaps I should get another ultrasound to actually get a medical thing that I've cleared it. And perhaps I may, I don't know. But I just, you know, just trusting the process, you know. And I wouldn't get an ultrasound until, there's still a few scars there around the breast area, but until it's perfect, because they do the thing. But it's the energetics, and I just know that if, I don't know whether I have to share my whole story or just parts of it, but I just know there's so much it could help so many women.
Yeah.
And it's because they lost their power when they go into that system, because it's so strong a current. It is so strong that, and
Yeah.
even my doctor almost like, oh yeah, no, oh, you won't be seeing me again, kind of thing. Like, you're going down that pathway. The energy was like, bye, see you later. I've done all I can for you. It was that energy, kind of like, okay, you in the chronic zone. Now we're leaving you. No, we don't have to be if we don't want to be. So I don't know how does that translate into my next level, next stage? I don't know. What does that mean?
I don't know if I'm the one that can be to tell you that. But I know that if you like you continue to give yourself grace that you have been, keep following those intuitive pulls and then trusting yourself through the process. And I can be here as a sounding board and we can talk and work it out together.
Yeah. So anything I do in the future is going to continue the sustainability and ease of my health.
Yeah,
Like
you have to.
nothing is going to compromise that anymore. I don't care what anybody says. I'm over. I don't have the drive just to make money just so I can prove that I'm good enough. I
Yeah.
don't have that drive anymore. It's to contribute. It's part of sacred service. It is a calling. It's much more than that now. It's different. It it's a hard thing to explain, but it's not. It's for a different reason. I'm be doing the business now for a different reason or working for a different reason. Before it was the subconscious need to kind of be good enough to
But even
have a
sharing
partner.
that kind of stuff is what connects people because you don't think that people are online trying to be perfect so that they can feel worthy and have the clout and the influence and the significance within themselves. But without having to share all of the things, you can be a breath of fresh air for people and what they need.
Mm.
And that's going to be why people are going to want to work with you, not because of the Palawa. And it's going to be like how you make them feel and what's possible for their life.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you're looking at it as I'm not like, if you look at social media as work, I do have a hard stop at 4. I'm like, I
Yeah.
would talk to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Sure.
But
Just sing out when you got to go. Yeah.
yeah. And like what it would be like if social media wasn't like, I have to work. If the
Yeah.
mindset of showing up online, like it has to be associated to work and marketing. Because there's an association there of like anytime you go online, it's like I have to say the right things. I have to, and maybe this is part of like as you're in this is past Andrea. I'm not going to create this as new Andrea
Yeah.
because there's a transformation. Past Andrea was like, I have to make sure that I say the right things. I have to make sure that my message is right. I have to put all of these pieces together and then it's exhausting. So I'm just not going to do it.
Mm. Yeah. Because my last coach was saying, don't cover too many subjects, otherwise you water down your brand. And it was like, oh God,
Your brand
yeah.
is more of what you help people with and how you make them feel.
Okay. What I help people with and how I make them feel. Yeah. Okay.
People
Yeah.
buy on emotion,
Yeah. Okay.
and that takes a lot of pressure of you have to do this, and this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with your design. That that's just how it is. If
Yeah,
a
well, I'm
customer
a I'm a 2-5 hermit heretic, and with all the non-Pacific manifesting. So
yeah,
another coach said to me, "You people are attracted by the 2, which is just kind of hermit, is doing things just in their own time, but that's actually where the magic is. And they want to learn that art. I don't really know how to explain it, but I could just perhaps take them with me when I go for a walk and share it
that,
wherever it is.
that's it.
I because I didn't know, I didn't have a role model for this, like how to do this.
Amy, that woman that I sent you, she is, and I've gone through a lot of human design trainers. Amy is the best one that I've experienced yet. Like she
Okay, good.
talks about not just the like what it is, but the how do you actually integrate this into your life and into your business. Like she's
Okay, yeah.
phenomenal.
No, I will listen. I'll listen. So from that, now you can understand a bit of where the next step is, or probably it means so much more now. This is the missing piece that I couldn't really say before, but I've got the confidence to say it now. Like,
I love you.
Thank you.
Truly, you are amazing. And always.
It's been a
You-
miracle. Even that man, like manifesting that man, I
Yeah.
guess. Like, I said to him, you know, I'm so grateful to you. Like it was like I needed to have hope that I could have love, and I wasn't going to die. The big fear I had, I'd die without having love. Like it was like that, and it was no, I'm going to like. It was like he came as a manifestation to say it's okay. You can be appreciated, valued. You can't, you know, you can have this amazing connection with a guy, you know, whether he was just available for a few months as energetically, that not necessarily for my whole life, but isn't that amazing? Like how looked after I've been. I just like,
And the journey is going to continue to unfold. This is butterfly must now fly.
so
I said the butterfly now must fly.
yeah. And I'm saying to this guy, I can't have a physical relationship with you right now. My body's going into healing. You know, you can say that to a guy, but they still don't get it. Because, because you're not feeling attractive exactly. It's like, but
No.
yeah, I just kept on seeing my beautiful breasts and my beautiful body, and everything was well and healthy. And it's like,
Good. Keep doing
uh,
that.
so yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the next step is, and uh, yeah. Do you think I'd have to share the story, or I'd have to share some version of the story to make it real?
I think you will know when it's time to share it. I'm not going to say you have to,
No.
but what I will say is that there are women that it will really make a difference for them. But you don't have
Yeah.
to do anything.
Yeah. It's just about how to do it and still protect myself in the world.
But for now, if you're feeling the meditation, I would do that. If you're feeling that inspiration to go do that, go do that. And it's this step, and it's this step, and it's this step.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where I would start. Thank you for sharing all of this with me and allowing me to be a space. And I'm going to continue speaking all of the healing and the health with you and co-creating just 100%. Freaking
Yeah. Well, what I've been focusing on is living in ease and perfect health.
yeah.
That's all I've been living in is the living in ease and perfect health. That's what I'm in, ease and abundance and perfect health and abundance and ease. Like it's like,
Let's keep going with that and then follow the intuitive flow as it hits. Like, okay, this is what don't second guess yourself. There's no second
no,
guessing anymore.
there's no second
Not
guess.
like, no. I feel
2 days
like let's do a
ago,
meditation.
all,
Okay,
all
I'm
I
gonna
all
go
I
do
wanted
that.
to do was watch Outlander. I spent 2 whole days watching Outlander. Like that's all I wanted to do. Perhaps I wanted to process the grief, as well, and
Yeah,
the love and the grief. It's just
yeah.
like, that's part of my
That-
work.
That's part of your work right now. So
Yeah.
I love you.
Okay.
I do have to go. I have
Yeah. Love you. Thank you so much.
absolutely. I love. Oh, I'm grateful. I'll talk to you soon.
I'm grateful. Okay. Bye-bye. Are we
Bye.
on next week? You said we finished on the 11th of February. Is that right? That's
Uh,
what Chad said.
I think so. Yeah, we're on next
Yeah.
week. Come next week.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.